Making the invisible visible, Black women 365 days of the year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
So I'm Sharlene, really. I'm not Sharla. Sharla came about when I was at drama school and I was studying to be an actress and made little waves as a theatre actress. Then COVID happened, theatres closed, and I kind of shifted gears into diversity and inclusion. So I facilitate workshops and I do consultations and I also design sessions. So I'm like a natural psychologist of humanity. I think that's the thing that pairs acting with facilitation. But Charlene enjoys human psychology and learns about different perceptions and perspectives externally. So I work really hard to understand the people that I share a planet with by studying and by the study of psychology. Yeah, that's who I really am. So there's two moments that I want to talk about, if that's okay. I'll start with the lighter one first. A play that I wrote and performed called Perception-ism. It was extremely inspired by Debbie Tucker Green's play Random. I took Perception-ism, my one-woman show, which was all written in poetry, and the backdrop story was the London riots that happened in 2011. So I was inspired by that, created three different characters. You had like a Rasta man, inner city London boy, and then a really corporate businesswoman. And I played all three. And it was a life-changing thing. And when I was 30, I took it to New York. They've got this thing over there called United Solo Festival. So I took it there and it's just the greatest thing that I've ever done. Like it was hard, it was challenging. I got stressed over it, but man, did I achieve it. And I'm just like, it just told me that I'm not just interested in being an actor. I'm interested in different perceptions and having a voice and a story from my perspective that I control and that I own. So that's the first thing. The second thing is 20 months ago, my younger brother was killed at 30. So 30 is when I did Perception-ism and something that I still hold dear. I'm 42 now. And then when my brother was 30, he lost his life. Someone killed him. And what's interesting is that up until that point, I was so focused on getting fit. I was in the gym, I was eating well, I was reading, I was at my peak career-wise, everything, like slightly arrogant with how great I was doing, one of those, anyone can get this, why don't people work harder kind of energies. And then that happened to me. And the only reason it didn't destroy me is because before it happened, I was keeping fit. That's the only reason I can work out why this experience hasn't destroyed me. And there was a lot to it. And I took a central role in things like the investigation. And there was like news reports where cameras were in my face. And I was thinking, wow, like I've studied to be an actor and look what gets me in front of the camera. Interestingly, Random, when whoever knows what Random's about by Debbie Tucker Green, now I'm living Random. Because just a random incident changed my whole entire life. And not just my life, but you see your parents in a different way. You see life in a different way. Those what do they say? Rose-colored glasses came off. So it shifted me and I will never be the same. It's something I've got to learn to live with and carry. I have to find moments of joy and appreciation and gratitude because ultimately it was just 20 months ago and I was extremely close to him. And he didn't just die, he was killed. So I'm changed. I'm an autistic woman. I'm autistic, I'm high masking, and I'm high functioning. And I'm using this as my example about what people might not see to help people to communicate with me. Like I got diagnosed late, so I didn't know. Now I feel like by saying to people that I'm autistic, they can understand me better ultimately. Ultimately, I haven't seeked the label for myself. I've seeked the label for others because I know who I am and I know that I'm changing and growing and stuff. But I know like the core of who I am. It's more of a thing of my communication style. I can sometimes be very cold or cutthroat. Um, or appear to be cold, cutthroat, but that's not what is going on. People tend to be intrigued by who I am and try their hardest to categorize or to not box me, but box me. Like, who is she? Like, what type of person is she? Which they struggle to do because I've spent so much time as an actress and studying human psychology that I know you're reading me. So, like, I have been neutralized. I go into characters that I want to, they don't come naturally to me. But unlike other people that got a late diagnosis, are black and are women, my ability to highly mask is really an ability because I've studied acting. And at the time, I just thought I wanted to be a movie star. But now I realize it's because somewhere deep inside, I knew that there were certain social cues that didn't come naturally to me. So I studied it. Do you see what I mean? So that's something that people don't they don't, even when I say it, they don't really understand because they don't know what autism is. They've heard of it, but they haven't studied what it is. But I'm giving you something to research so that you can understand me better. But seldom do people do that. But that's who I am. I've really struggled with this one just because of the grief that I've gone through and the year that I've had. But yesterday, my boyfriend was like, "Do you want to go skating?" And I was like, "Yes." I was mad tired. I'd gone to Birmingham and back. You know, I was really exhausted, but I had energy to do this. This is because skating brings me so much joy. It brings me peace, but ultimately it just allows me to have a deeper understanding of who Sharlene is.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.